Oh man, Rit. Oh my gosh, that reminds me, Rit. In one of my semesters, I took a linear algebra. Uh, yeah, I think it was called linear algebra. I think it was linear algebra, and it was all about matrices and subspaces. All right, I had a professor that had the thickest Chinese accent in the world. It was bad. Like, his accent was so severe. 90% of the class literally could not understand him because he would talk extremely fast and does not give time for anyone to understand. I felt out of pity. I understood the professor and I was just like, chill. Like, there was one class where the professor just kept teaching and everyone was just talking because they weren't learning because the professor was talking too fast and has a thick accent. There was an infamous. I remember this. This sticks out to my in my head, like from that course, linear algebra. There was a guy, and the guy asked the professor, "How do I do this?" The professor answered his question, but because again he talks super fast and has a really thick Chinese accent, the guy didn't understand. So we asked his question again, and the professor said it again, but like in the same, like he didn't change the way he spoke. Said it again. Obviously, the guy didn't get it, so we asked a third time, and I remember the professor got frustrated, and he was like, "It's so simple." I remember hearing that. He's like, "So simple. It's like this, this, and this." And I was like, I sat there. I'm in the front row, and I'm like, "Listen, you're right. It is easy." But there are people here that simply cannot understand you. I didn't say that, but it was in my head. I was like, no. And so finally the guy actually just gave up. He was like, you know what? Never mind. Like, I don't blame the guy for giving up. He was trying to learn linear algebra, but there was just a disconnect between the professor, the communication, and the understanding of the student. So, unfortunately, I managed to pass that course. But I felt bad for the other students or my college classmates because they literally just couldn't understand him. And as someone like me who's who's been exposed to those accents, so I've had friends that have like those types of accents. So I can understand. Other people may not have gone through the same experience that I have. That's why they have a harder time understanding this professor than I do. So yeah, so I felt bad. Like, I pitied the professor. I'm assuming this. There was one class where there was a little girl just in the corner of the classroom, and I was assuming that was the professor's daughter. I'm assuming. But anyway, like, there was just one class period it was like that. But it was just, man, linear algebra is actually very easy to me personally, but it was just the professor that taught it didn't do it well. Unfortunately, I don't want to shame this professor, but I'm not trying to shame. I don't mean, well, no. I am sorry to say this, but the professor that taught linear algebra when I took it didn't do a good job. Accent too thick, spoke way too fast. A lot of people didn't understand, so. Oh well. The Chinglish teacher. Respectfully, yes. Algebra to calculus equal Legend of Zelda to Dark Souls. Oh, you know what Dark Souls boss battle lives in my head rent free, but is not Dark Souls? It's the Capybara boss fight from Genshin Impact. That boss battle lives in my head rent free. I've watched two streamers. I watched two. It was the Instagram reel you sent me, Rit, and then I watched another YouTube short of a streamer that I watched through their YouTube videos and shorts, and I got to see them face the Capybara. There is a cheat to beat the Capybara, and apparently it requires Jean, and you just use Jean's ability to launch the Capybara in the air, because you constantly, like, interrupt its attack pattern if you just keep rising it to the air. The water baby, yeah, fight him, please. I'll eventually get to that. I need to level up my Jean, I guess. Also, there is a famous, quote-unquote, elite enemy in Genshin, and it's one of the Fatui Harbingers. Like, it's one of those, like, Fatui enemies you see on the field, on like, the overworld, but apparently it's the one that has the fire chakras spinning around him, and apparently he is insanely tough, and he can summon multiple like invisible copies of himself. And there is a cheat. I saw this on a YouTube short like earlier this week or last week that to beat this character, this enemy, there is a waterfall nearby. When you engage in combat, you immediately climb up the waterfall. If you make the enemy charge into the waterfall using their own ability, they just drown. And so you instantly win. And it's so funny. And it was so funny. It was just like, Genshin, don't fix it, please. Give us a chance. Again, it's still pretty hard to pull it off because like that enemy one-shots you. Nalin has some really hard enemies. Anyway, that aside, Tagalog for 10 minutes. Reading.
Well, no, I guess it wasn't. I mean, it's a guy name, but.
Oh shoot, I might not even get to like Zenless Zone Zero. Before I have to leave to meet up with Keishi. Mas kaunti ang libro ng batang lalaki kaysa sa babae.
It's officially starting today, right? Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hour.
But I mean, there's an intermission, so I'll be back around like maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I don't know. I think your level 27 traveler can survive Natlin. Actually, Rit, I think the traveler can. Because if you finish Liyue, you can then access Natlin. No, like legit, I'm not even joking with you. They made it to where you can access Natlin from Liyue. If for any newbie Genshin players, when they beat Liyue's arc, you can immediately skip all the story of Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine and immediately just go to Natlin. And also, I will say that Natlin actually is pretty good because I can see how new Genshin players could survive there with their level 30 traveler and whatnot. You barely open Storm Terror, the freak. Does Liquor include Storm Terror? Yeah, Liyue includes Storm Terror. Does Liquor include Storm Terror? Liyue includes Storm Terror because you're in Mondstadt right now, Rit, from my understanding. So you finish Mondstadt's arc, then you do Liyue's arc, and after that you have the choice to just go to Natlin. Skip the 3 other nations. Flinch. Mas kaunti ang mansanas ang lalaki kaysa sa batang babae. Mas kaunti ang tinapay ng batang babae kaysa sa kaibigan niya. Mas kaunti ang tsaa ng lalaki kaysa sa asawa niya. What was that? Tsaa. 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 Mas kaunti ang tinapay ng lalaki kaysa sa asawa niyang babae.
What are you in bed right now, huh?
Mas marami ang pera ng babae kaysa sa asawa niyang lalaki. The girl has more money, okay. You're playing this arena game? Is it the really bad one you told me about yesterday? Mas kaunti ang pera ng babae kaysa sa asawa niyang lalaki. Excuse me. And the paid cosmetic looks cool, but the free cosmetic looks close enough. Oh, really? Cool. Mas marami ang tinapay ng lalaki kaysa sa asawa niyang babae.
Actually, that's bad. I shouldn't do that. There was one time, well, it was a long time.
Alin ang malaking laruan? Ang aso na laruan ang malaki. Oh, which of the 2 toys is big? Alin ang maliit na laruan? Because they are both imperial, so the color scheme carries over a little. Oh, okay. Ang dilaw na laruan ang maliit. Let's see. Alin ang brown na t-shirt? Ang malaking t-shirt ang brown. Alin ang pink na t-shirt? Ang maliit na t-shirt ang pink.
She was fine. And now she doesn't watch stuff on her phone while driving.
Alin ang mas gusto mong bisikleta? Magusto ko ang birding bisikleta kaysa sa pink na bisikleta. Mas gusto ko, hold on, let me see which one. Alin ang mas gusto mong bestida?
Really small car too. I mean, it wasn't a smart car,
And
but it was
mas gusto ko ang pulang bestida kaysa sa puting bestida.
built different. Yeah, yeah. No, she was okay. Okay.
Magkano ang ticket sa konsyerto?
Sports car.
Na nagkakahalaga ito ng €40.
Really cute. I was like,
Magkano ang sandwich?
there was a Volkswagen that
Mm,
was
Nagkakahalaga ito ng
it was like
£3.
modded to be a truck.
And then,
So cool.
magkano ang orange juice?
No Ferrari.
Nagkakahalaga ito ng $1. Dolyar.
Cool, but
Dolyar.
it's too
I clearly don't have a Filipino accent. I have an American
like
one.
the old type of sports
Mas
car.
mataas ang halaga ng asul na pantalon kaysa sa berding pantalon.
Too.
Mas mababa ang halaga ng violet na bisikleta kaysa sa dilaw na bisikleta.
Muscle trucks are really cute because they're small, but they're
Mas mababa ang halaga ng itim na sunglass kaysa sa pulang sunglass.
and it's a little tiny truck.
Mas mataas ang halaga ng itim na telepono kaysa sa puting telepono.
Disgusting. Seeing that thing on the road, doesn't it enrage you?
There are buff people in your calculus class that are nice. You'd rather fight them than go to class?
I mean,
No! Don't fight them! If they're nice, don't fight them!
I wonder if it,
Aling palda ang mas gusto
I
mo?
recently saw a video
Mas
of this car
gusto
that
ko
runs
ang
on
asul na palda kaysa sa
the
puting
wheels.
palda.
The wheels are like one in front of the other.
Magkano ang asul na
Kind of
polo?
like wait, I think it's okay to say use this picture. Hold on.
Nagkakahalaga ito ng €7.
This one.
Aling sweater ang mas gusto mo? Mas gusto ko ang gray na sweater kaysa sa violet na sweater. Magkano ang gray na sweater?
Built in the 1950s, I think.
Uh,
Oh no.
Nagkakahalaga ito ng $29 na dolyar.
It has two wheels. Yeah, or it only has one track, right? You see, this is like the first monorail. Yeah, it's like a
Anong
unicycle.
gusto mong gawin?
And it balances on its own.
Gusto kong maglaro ng soccer.
I mean, this
You're-
is like a long time ago, so there's probably
It's in rank 69 to unlock the free one. You're on the way. The grind, you're on 37. Are you talking about adventure rank? Aling sapatos ang gusto mo?
it's weird. It looks dangerous. Yeah,
Gusto ko ang itim na sapatos.
And
No? What do you mean?
it's very
Hunters? Oh, for the arena game you're playing? Aling sapatos ang gusto mo? Oh, I'm an idiot. Magkano ito?
maybe
It was almost flawless.
wait, hold on. I
Nakakahalaga ito ng €60. I was almost flawless. I just didn't pay attention. The poopy shooter? Yeah, the poopy shooter.
Gyro.
37 out of 38, whatever. I'm not going back to fix that. Alright. Done!
Anyway,
Done!
it was kind of like
We
this.
finished. Alright, let's open up Zenless Zone Zero for like about 18 minutes. About. I already did some of the dailies. Boop.
Obviously, they didn't really use it. Gyro. Gyro.
Amelia, no, why are you saying gyro?
Okay,
Why are
anyway,
you saying gyro? You've hurt my ears. It's euro. Even though I myself have done that before.
about the anniversary.
I'm so excited for update 1.2 for Zenless Zone Zero. So excited.
What else?
G-Ro.
It's on TikTok. I think I did too.
Guy
I
Ro.
learned about it before TikTok, but I saw a video on it recently again.
How dare you? You've manipulated my pronunciation. Guy Force. You're right, it is Guy Force. I am a dude. You're right, Rit.
My life today. Oh,
You were absolutely right.
I think they fixed it.
Energizing combo set.
Energizing combo sets. Wait. Hold on. I need to plug in my controller. Cook